Peter Edochie going to the court with his son and him being on a wheelchair for the fact say the man don old, is 77 or 78 years old, is old now. You know, for the fact that he's old, he probably cannot walk very long distance. It's expected for every one of us. When you're not old, you know go fit walk too much long distance, so you go need some kind of help. But for him to come and do what he did today, being on a wheelchair from the airport, which is a normal service that is provided for the elderly, you know, it's just that our society, they are not too used to it. But I can tell you one thing. The reason Pet Edochie did what he did, and he knew that people were going to video him. He knew that camera people were going to carry it, and he also knew that bloggers and vloggers will talk about it. It's a strategy they are using for this court. This today court that they went is a strategy for sympathy. You know how they draw sympathy, like, oh, it's my son, it's Pet Edochie's son. The man is old now. Look at him. He's even using wheelchair. He cannot walk. That kind of stigma of somebody being in a wheelchair was the attention that Pet Edochie wanted to draw. And he succeeded in doing that. And everybody started talking about, oh, Pet Edochie is in a wheelchair. Pet Edochie is not in a wheelchair. It's all part of the game. It's all part of the strategy that they wanted to exhibit out there, so that Edochie will have some kind of sympathy, some kind of pity in the court when they are trying to, you know, maybe share property, talk about the custody of the children, the child support, and so on and so forth. Because, you know, the people, these court people, the lawyers and judges, they are psychologists as well. They will look at, okay, what other external factors does Edochie have, or is he going to have? So when they see his father being in a wheelchair, so they will not say, oh, that is part of Peter Edochie is now Edochie's responsibility. Yeah, that is what the man is trying to prove. Peter Edochie is not part of Edochie's responsibility. So when they are trying to say, okay, Edochie, you are going to pay 5 million or 2 million or 3 million, he will be considered, because now he's a senior, he's an elderly, he will be considered, he will be in the picture, so that, you know, too much money will not be asked of Edochie to be paid monthly to me, Edochie. All these are all strategy. They are all strategy that people use in care. All these are all strategy that they use. They've seen now that this woman, Queen May, he matched them, you know. She fit them. She said, okay, bring it on. I'm standing too. I can stand your game. I can stand your dirty game. I can stand your influence. You have connections, I have connections. So what do they want to throw in? The pity card. Yes, the pity card, the senior card. When I mean the senior card, the elderly card. Una know say for our place, we dey respect elders well. And for even here in the US, they respect their elderly. They care for their elderly. Let me put it that way. So in Nigeria now, when you know they don't get help from the government like they get from other countries, it is the responsibility of the children to take care of their parents. That was the strategy that Pete Edochie used today. His presence in the courthouse, his presence being in a wheelchair, Punch News will carry it. Bloggers will talk about it from now till 10 years. Oh, Pete Edochie in a wheelchair. It's all a game plan. Thinking that the child support monies, or the child support, the allocation of child support was going to be determined today in the courthouse. But it was not. That was why Edochie voluntarily refused to provide his financial report. Because it was said to them before the mandatory conference, that they should all, both him and Queen May, should come with their financial report, their bank statement, all the money that went into their accounts, all the deposits, their payments, not the expenditure. Okay, the expenditure could be part of it, but they want to see their income, what they earn. The guy refused because he was thinking that his father's presence, his father's sympathy, being seen, oh, the greatest Edochie, the Lion of Africa, is now in a wheelchair. So he felt that that was going to work. My people, we are this is the divorce case. It's a high profile divorce case. It is a high profile case, and everybody is watching. I keep saying it. Everybody is watching. They want to see what the Nigeria justice system will do. You know, we just had a doctor in the US, a cardiologist, that unlived himself because of child support. We are not saying that, you know, other things though, but now it's being related to just the child support, right?